Hey pals, welcome back to City Skylines. Oh my gosh. It's been a few days since I've recorded this, and I apologize for not putting up videos more frequently. School right now is pretty rough, and I have to sort of keep up with it, and so I've been really busy a lot. But anyway, we're back in MesopoKrazia. We're back in, oh my gosh, busy town. Wow. Okay, so we come back and we instantly get an achievement for 4,600 population. How cool is that? It looks like we need a lot more residential area because all of this industry wants people. So we can, you know what we could do is extend these two neighborhoods and we could use up some of this like empty space. I guess like it would be nice to put a wind turbine here, but it doesn't matter. We can just keep using this wind farm over here. So that's fine. And we don't really want to start putting houses up in like this forestry area yet, because we're gonna zone it off and have like lumberjacks over there and stuff. So we'll have to bulldoze a couple of houses, but whatever. And we'll just start like this, maybe. And then we'll do another one and sort of bring it in like that. And yeah, so now everyone hates us because we bulldozed their city. And then what if we like, oh my gosh, what if we put some small roundabouts coming off of here? How cool would that be? Is this a small roundabout? Yeah. Okay. So you could put a small roundabout like here, and then here, and we'll have like 3 sweet cul-de-sacs. And then, you know what we could actually also do is we could like connect these 2 roads. Oh my gosh. And now all of our cul-de-sacs will be connected up, and so I guess they're not really cul-de-sacs anymore. But regardless, it'll be super cool. So we'll get rid of these extra like protrusions, and we'll start zoning it up with some residential. So that's fun. We'll just paint all of this in, and then this will drive down our residential demand, and hopefully it should also get some people to work in those those like worker-starved industries. So that'll be nice as well. Okay, cool. So we did that. Residential demand hopefully will go down, and we can start. Oh no. Okay, we've got a ton of abandoned buildings because we're a bit late on that residential stuff. But ooh, let's do one more cul-de-sac actually, like right here. I don't want it. Whatever. Okay. And now we can, we'll bulldoze these little protruding roads, and then we can rezone this. Okay. So that'll give us slightly more residential, and that has dropped our demand, so that's nice. And we also have to deliver water to these fine people. So we'll build some piping, and we'll have to do like 2. Which sort of sucks, but whatever. Or maybe even 3 actually. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So now we should have all of that covered. Yep. We've got water to everyone. Let's check our electricity availability. So we're only slightly in the green. We could expand our wind farm, or we could put, yeah, let's put some turbines like over here for high output. So we'll just keep sort of populating this, and we'll do one right there. And then we could also, we could do another advanced wind turbine in the water, because these are super cool. 19, 20 megawatts. I think that was like our sort of maximum. So we can create a water wind farm in the Euphrates. And why don't we put just like one more down? And now, hopefully we shouldn't have to worry about electricity for a while. Oh, are these like facing the wrong way? Yeah, whatever, they should be fine. We've still got our big shit streak down the river, and we've got a bunch of abandoned industry. So, as much as it sucks, let's bulldoze the abandoned stuff. And once we get these out of the way, that should increase our happiness, and then I think new industry should just take its spot. So that'll be nice. We're starting to get houses in our cul-de-sacs, and our extra additions to our neighborhood. So that's nice. Looks like we've got some buildings leveling up and stuff. So I think that now it is about time that we whoops. Oh, I think I just bulldozed the wrong building. Whatever. My hashtag cat was just saved by a hashtag smoke detector. Thank you, @fire department. Oh, well, on behalf of the @fire department, you're very welcome, Sabrina Smithson? Smithson. I wonder if her father or mother is a blacksmith. Okay. So, I'm not entirely sure on how to do like the forestry specialization, but I think that we can possible structures observed on the surface of Mars. International joint operation to explore the anomaly underway. Hashtag life on Mars. Scarlet homes. That's interesting. I wonder what kind of structures they are. So we will zone off just like a ton of stuff over here. I don't know how close we want our farming industry to be, like to Elizabeth Heights, because, you know, Elizabeth Heights, oh man, we have to expand into our new residential area. Okay, so we'll start like where the forest is most dense, so over here, I guess, and we'll just do this entire corner because, you know, whatever. And we'll have it going over the railroad, that's fine. And we can bring it out to like here. And then fill it all in. And so that's like just a bunch of trees. And there will still be like a forest between our Myrtle Square, between Myrtle Square and Elizabeth Heights. And Myrtle Square will work on forestry. I'm wondering what this little thing is. Is that like a policy thing? Smoke detector distribution? Oh. Do we need smoke detectors in forestry buildings? I guess, yeah. That's probably a good idea. We don't want to just burn down the entire forest, and then that will spread to Elizabeth Heights, and then just the entire city of MesopoKrazia will be in ruin. We've got a fire going on, and we've got, oh no, garbage has piled up. Did we not put down another dump? Okay. Well, we need some dump action then. I thought we put down another dump. Am I just imagining things? I must be. Okay. Well, we'll put down another dump then. That's fine. Dump. We'll put it right next to the first one because why not? And now we're fine. So our garbage should not be an issue. There's a building on fire. Do we have a fire truck on its way? Because don't we have like several fire stations? There should be one right here. Firehouse. Fire engines in use. Only 1 out of 6. So we definitely don't need like more fire stations right now. Huh. Anyway, let's get this forestry stuff settled. So we'll extend that road, and then we could like make a couple protrusions over like here, and then how long was this? 1800. And then we'll do one here, and then that looks oddly religious. Anyway, we will put down some, I think, do we want to just put down industry Industrial zones provide jobs for citizens, blah blah blah. Uses a lot of water and produces ground pollution, whatever. Safe distance from residential areas. Okay, so I think that we'll be fine placing industrial, hopefully. And I'm not actually sure like how much we're gonna need. So why don't we section off that and that for our forestry zone, and I think that it should start being made, and hopefully it'll start cutting down some trees. I'm not sure that it'll like visually show us that it's cutting down trees or not. Who knows? Maybe we can figure that out. Oh, Sophie Jones. Didn't you? Oh no, that was Sabrina Smithson. Wow, lots of people's cats are saved by smoke detectors. That's weird. How are cats being saved by smoke detectors? Huh. Anyway, let's look into the policies for Myrtle Square. So, what could be useful here? I think that, let's see, possibly power usage or water usage? Maybe. Maybe not. We'll probably be fine there. But smoke detectors I think we will want because we are in very dense forest. Nothing seems to be getting made here. It doesn't look like we're getting industry buildings up. Maybe we just need to wait. I'll crank up the game speed by 1. And for now we'll focus on other stuff. So we can bulldoze that abandoned building. There are workers shortages. So, who knows? Okay. What's the next thing we're gonna... facility full. Landfills, blah, blah, blah. Once it's full, you can build a new one. If you wish to bulldoze, it needs to be emptied first. Use empty to start emptying it. If there are crematoriums or incineration plants. Ah. Okay. So eventually we're gonna want an incineration plant, which will be at 7,000 population. That's not too bad. And then we can just burn our garbage, I guess, which is pretty bad for the atmosphere, in fact. So we probably, I don't know, maybe we'll want to do it. Who knows? But we'll look into that later. We already have a cemetery. Do we have a hospital? I don't think so. Yeah. Doesn't look like we have a hospital, so we'll be able to put one of those down, although they're extremely expensive. So we'll put one down when the time comes, I guess. What else can we do? Oh man, a fire station. Okay, so there was a firehouse, and now we can get into fire stations. So can this only respond to one, or who knows? I don't think we need fire stations yet, just because of the... Oh, no. Oh, does this mean that all these houses are, like, out of the range of our firehouse? Does it tell us a range? I don't think so. Well, I think that maybe what we could do, then, is... we could possibly connect up our little roundabout to, like, our neighborhood or something. It seems a bit weird, but we may just want to do it anyway, because then we can deliver services over here a lot better, and it'll give us a nice, like, highway hookup. So, why don't we take... we're gonna have to bulldoze that, power line, I guess? Whatever. Okay. So, we'll take this, and we can just connect it up to... we'll do that. We'll bring it out here, and then we'll bring it straight down. Up. We'll bring this out a little further, and then we'll bring it straight down. Okay. So we had to bulldoze that, but whatever. They'll find a new house, maybe. Anyway. So now we can place a fire... should we wait for a fire station? It's like a ton of money. But... who knows? We have a relatively high commercial demand, so we can put down some of that, and that'll be nice. we can start putting it down like in here. We'll put commercial here, and that'll be like the right off the highway sort of commercial zone. And then we could even put something like here and here. And so like maybe there will be like duty-free stores or something. And so people who are leaving the city can go and pick up their like cheap tax-free liquor and cigarettes, and that'll be super cool. Maybe. I guess they're probably not really leaving the country, but who knows. What did this guy say? Todd Young. A miniature black hole created in the LHC. Scientists threw a coin into it, reporting that the science checks out. Hashtag Eureka. I think that if a black hole was created at the Large Hadron Collider, it would not be big enough to throw a coin into, but who knows? Actually, no, that's just a fact, I think. But, whatever. They can do whatever they want. We gotta extend our water coverage over here, so we will get that taken care of, like this, and then we could just sort of bring it all the way over here, and then we'll have sort of max coverage going on. Let's see. If we did that, and then we did that, I guess? Sure. Ashlyn Price, have you lost your wallet? I found a black leather wallet. Okay, so we got some commercial zones over here, and eventually, we can create our fire station. Do we want to do a hospital first, however? I think so. We'll crank up the game speed to maximum, for now, and we'll sort of watch the city a little bit. Oh my gosh, holy shit, we've completely neglected Myrtle Square. Oh no, water. They are in desperate need of water, and fire station. Holy shit. How far does this road go? To here. Okay. Okay. And then pipes going like that, and pipes going like that. Now, we also need to deliver electricity somehow. So, we could take a wind turbine and place it. Is there any good production over here? Not really. So, we could just, for now, why don't we run power lines? So, actually, you know what? There is electricity over here. So we can do a few turbines right here. And then we'll just take these. We'll run power lines over here, and then all the way over to here. And I think that their electricity problems should hopefully... Oh. Now go away. Okay, cool. Now we have abandoned buildings, of course. So, we'll build some residential over here. Like, right there. Oh, no, that's not good. We don't want that. Okay. We'll build residential in, like, a sort of miniature neighborhood, which will be an offshoot of this. Yeah. And we can just have, like, a... We can do one of those, like, perfect circles. So, does that look right? Or... does that? Yeah, I think that looks right. Okay, like that, and then we want, how many was it? 3? Like that, and then that. Yes. Okay, 1, 2, 3. These blue lines are just so helpful. And it may be the case that this isn't perfect, but at least it'll be close. 1, 2, what, 3, is that? Whoops, that was not right at all. So we'll bulldoze this guy, and we'll try that again. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and connect it back up. Wow, that like sorta actually worked. Okay, so now we'll paint in a bunch of residential over here, and then we're also going to have to supply like, you know, a fire station to this area, to Myrtle, Square? Yeah, to Myrtle Square, and other necessities like that. So, we'll place our residential. That looks good. And what else do they want? Man, this power line is so long and so ugly. Maybe if we fill this up with commercial or something, we'll be able to connect the power grid and we'll be able to take down all of these lines, which would be really nice. But for now, well, for now, let's call it there. Oh my god, how cool is that? Little trees and stuff. Anyway, we'll call it there for now, because time is moving onwards, and we've gotten not too much done, just a little touch-up. This game is getting really complicated, and maybe not so much complicated, but hard for me to follow, or hard for me to keep up with. So, mistakes will be made, mistakes are being made, and with that being said, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.